Thank you, Rachel. Listen, like everyone else, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional owners of this land that always was and always will be Aboriginal land. You know, from the Maritime Union's perspective, and I'm sure other unions, we really take our hat off to you young people. We congratulate you for what you're doing, because the trade union movement's struggle and the struggle of the university students and students as a whole, it's all interwoven. It's all relevant. If kids are not given the opportunity to educate themselves and advance themselves, we'll end up with a country of numbskulls, like up here. What these people are doing by putting these exorbitant fees on these kids is bastardry. What it's all about is this, is making sure that these kids that basically come from working class stock are not given the chance to educate and to lead this country. By putting the fees up and up and up, it makes it impossible for these young people to match strides with it. But that's all done cynically and for a purpose. That's to dumb down any idea that the working class can get himself into a position of education. So the elite, the ones that can afford these fees, they get the queue to the top universities or indeed to universities. And they dumb down working kids. They dumb down these kids, these future leaders of this country. And they're doing it because these kids are progressive. These kids are willing to stare these people down and say, we're not going to cop it. We're prepared to sit in. We're not going to cop your bastardising us. We want education and we're demanding it. And every trade union is here today and in the future, and communities need to stand by these brave, heroic kids and stand up to these parasites up the hill and tell them in no uncertain terms that get your hands off these students. They're entitled to get educated, because these kids, when they get educated, they're going to educate the kids coming on. Yeah. So all power to these young students. You have shown the way. Thank you very much. Keep that fight up. And remember, our union and the trade union movement is with you all the way. Thank you.
Look, I wanted to say a few words